Just a reminder that 95% of you aren't going to pay any attention to this critical information because of normalcy bias. They taught you to love your society and your little group more than truth. They programmed you that way. You can't help it, and neither can I. And it's upsetting to me because I keep trying to wake up the sheep, but the sheep ain't waking up. The only way you're going to wake up is to get out of the sheep shite shed. Okay, part 3. The magnetic pole acceleration. The speed of the North Magnetic Pole has been 10 to 15 kilometers a year until 1990. Then guess what? 55 to 60 kilometers a year increase. In 2026, the pole, the international date line, was racing to Siberia. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. That's what I wrote in my notes. The pole currently is moving towards the international date line very quickly en route to Siberia. That's more explanatory. The World Magnetic Model is called the WMM, if you see that. The World Magnetic Model is drifting faster than the software used by our government technology in global navigation and defense. They can't even chart the sucker. The shield that protects us is thinning by the day and weakening. The magnetic field is our first source against solar radiation. So when that field goes, the solar radiation, we will have no protection from it. Since 1830, the strength of our magnetic field has decreased by almost 20% in strength. The rate of decay is increasing exponentially. We're losing field strength 10 times faster than 100 years ago. The solar particles penetrate deeper, causing, guess, weird weather. Look around, people. Cheesy peasy. It snowed in Florida. Oh boy. The weather is heating the oceans. The electric grid is not stable. Do you know what that means? Do you know what happens when the grid goes down? Everything goes down. You can't travel, you can't get gas, you can't buy food. Right? Do you get it? What can we do? Well, there's another thing to think about. The South Atlantic anomaly. What is it? It's a dent in the earth. Yeah, in the core, in the crust. And it keeps getting deeper and weaker. It's a massive weak spot between South America and Africa. And the dent has doubled since 2014. And it's now splitting into 2 separate cells. The satellites and power, the ISS power has to be downed to go over it because the radiation is so high there and it's getting bigger. It shows us that the crust is slipping. And this is where the magnetic pull is the very weakest, showing what's happening underneath us and all around us. But they don't want you to believe that. And so what do they tell you? Well, We know, scientists know, that every planet is reacting to these changes. When you hear, like, when the pole is speeding up, but academics and the news will tell you this is normal core turbulence. What about the field weakening and not protecting us? They'll tell you that's natural variation. What about the heating ocean? They'll tell you that's CO2, climate change. And what about the skies glowing and the auroras everywhere? They'll tell you that's just solar cycle 25. Oh dear. When the field drops below 20% in decay, our electronic age will be over, and that, my friends, is when you'll see the elites hightailing it for the bunkers. I've been trying to keep my eye on that, because when we see them move, and I know a couple of them that have already moved, there's a mad rush to move the assets underground, and they need the sheep to help do it. They have to secure the safety zones because there's a window between 2030 and 40 where we expect all this to happen. The physics make total sense. Why the magnetosphere is weakening, how the effect will change our future. Will you tell your family and friends about this like I've been trying to? No, because they'll say you're crazy. And that is because of something called normalcy bias. People are afraid of not belonging to their group. They're afraid of information that's too heavy to carry. So their brain is programmed. 80% of people have brains that are programmed that deny any truth that they feel is too heavy to carry. During disasters, our brains refuse the information. A sheep brain actually labels information that's scary as error, and it calls the people trying to give them the information crazy. Why? It's the only thing that allows the 95% sheep to get back to normal. If I'm crazy, they're okay. If I'm sane, they're in trouble. Leaders cannot afford for the sheep to wake up. As long as the grocery stores are stocked and the internet is up, all is good with the dumb sheep. I'm sorry that the sheep are dumb. It's the sorriest thing of my existence. So what will leadership do? I think I'll put that in the next video. Hang in there.